Hi everyone, bit of a different video today. After doing the anniversary video recently and talking about the Mean Machines Sega VHS tape, I thought it would be a bit of fun to actually watch it back again now. I haven't actually watched this thing properly start to finish for probably coming up on 30 years, but I still think I remember most of it because I watched it so much back as a kid. So I thought it'd be really cool to watch it now and just talk about some of the games in it now with a more modern perspective, talk about the style of the promotion. There'll be a bit of stop-starting throughout the whole thing, a bit of talking over it. So if you're interested in seeing the whole thing start to finish yourself without interruptions, I'll link the archive.org area you can download the video from. But for now, let's take a bit of time together and have a watch. And tonight's drink that I will be having with it is called a French Connection, one of my favorite cocktails. It's also one of the easiest possible cocktails to make. It's basically equal parts amaretto and cognac. And if you're an animal like me, you can throw an orange peel in the top as well. That is definitely not required. Don't need anything else, no stirring, no ice. You just whack it in a glass and go, and it is delicious. All right, let's get going with the video. Ah, yes. So this is still probably my favorite video game out of all time. All time. I love the cyberpunk vibe. I love the music. Oh.
There are over 100 Mega Drive games.
Yeah, there are.
They get faster, they get harder.
What are you going to do to keep up?
Next.
It'll be this good.
That really got to me. Like I said in the anniversary video, that idea of there are more than 100 Mega Drive games when I just started playing video games, insane. Sonic's back. First time I ever saw Sonic. Beta title screen, definitely a prototype. But weirdly enough, for those who know about the Sonic 2 prototypes and stuff, final sprite. So this has actually got to be, I hate using the terms deltas and gammas and stuff because we kind of made it up back in the day. It's not real development terminology, but this must be a very late prototype. You'll see other stuff during it that's not final, but that title screen alone just shows it's definitely not the final product. I like how they show off the spin dash because that was brand new in this, obviously. So back in the day, that was a whole new thing for Sonic fans and a life send. A life send. A godsend. Yeah, I remember watching this and just thinking, this is so fast compared to all the stuff I was playing on my mate's Amiga at the time. Straight into Act 2. That was always weird to me. I don't know whether that sort of double hit would have happened in the final version or not. I don't pay enough attention to the different versions, release versions. Yeah, this bit, through the loops. Wait for it. Here they come. That's what I remember as a kid. Seeing this speed, I'm just like, whoa, okay. This is different. Yeah, Yeah, we'll see a lot of Sonic 2 in this video, is the main thing. Greendog, what a cool looking game. It sucks to play, but man, there's something about the way this game looks that just... I don't know what it is. It's got kind of that Nickelodeon era vibe to it. It's clean and cartoony, but also kind of grungy and dirty at the same time. It's got a real Ren and Stimpy vibe to it. I remember the cracks in the ground here creeping me out as a 5-year-old. Yeah, even just looking at this, I've played Greendog now, and it's not a great game. And even looking at this, I'm like, oh, this is painful to watch as a game. But visually and aesthetically, I think it's cool as hell. I like how the guy doing the demo just kind of gives up here. No, he's out. Oh, I have to pause it here. So, I have heard this music in the years later on so many worst music of all times lists. And I remember even as a kid hearing this and thinking, my God, this sounds bizarre. Yeah? Like just nightmarish. Knowing that they did this in the beta, or whatever level this tape was taken from, and just thought, yeah, that's fine. We'll keep it in the final version. That blows my mind. Oh, listen to that music. I will say, I always liked his eat animation. Here we go. Chomp. And now the music shift comes. Genius. Almost there. Eat something else. It really does give Crazy Bus a run for its money. The graphics look pretty good though for a Game Gear, I gotta say. And here comes the big jump at the end, I remember that. Wait for it, here it is. And into the cave. Yep. Oh, it's all coming back to me. Game Gear Lemmings? Yep. I had played this. I either had played this that year on a friend's Amiga or the following year, so I got to play this fairly soon after I saw this video. Game Gear version not too bad, terrible to control, but not too bad otherwise. Like honestly, it's a decent conversion. Tough game to show off on a promo tape like this. It's a lot of waiting around. I mean, what can you say about 1992 driving games? Faux Superscaler. I do remember seeing this though and thinking, oh yeah, cool. And just this bit of music appeals to me still. Oh, that Mega Drive sound, baby. Engines sound pretty good, actually. Now that I'm hearing them again, engines sound pretty good for 1992. Like, I can imagine being a dad in 1992. My kid has a Mega Drive, my 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid. This is my game, not his, not hers. Oh, that voice, that digitized 1992 digitized voice. Come on. And here comes the crash. I remember this. Here comes the crash. Serious business. I distinctly remember this as a kid because this game creeped me out. I didn't know anything about Alien, the film, at the time. This was actually my first exposure to the Alien franchise. And I remember, the two things I remember even before I start this video that creeped me out the most, in fact, the three things. It was the sound of the hostages as they thunk down onto the floor when you rescue them. There was just something about that that was satisfying but also weird. It was the look of the aliens as they ran along the floor, which, hey, no surprise, that's creepy for a 5 or 6 year old. But the thing I remember most clearly, that wasn't actually, I had this on the NES and it wasn't in that, but in this video, I remember the sound of the player getting hit. And it's this weird, robotic, it's not even like properly a scream, it's almost like she's just bored. And I remember hearing it and there was just something about it that was like nails on a chalkboard. So I'm going to be curious to see whether I still feel that way now. I like how they have the text on the preview video down the bottom as well. Yeah, hearing that scream again, it's so robotic. It's not even bad voice, it's just weird. Like having the alien just hanging on the roof there creeped me out. Big explosions. I actually like the sound effects a lot. It's a cool sound too. Actually reminds me a lot of the Judge Dredd game that came out with the movie in '95 or whatever it was. Cool music. Very atmospheric. Grenade on the door? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember this as if it was yesterday watching this video, honestly. Into the shaft, yep. Give up on him, yep. And get hit a bunch of times in here. Can't seem to figure it out. Genuinely, it's been decades since I've watched this start to finish, and I reckon I remember 80% of it like it was yesterday. And he tries to get the hostage up the top here, and there's an alien in the roof. He can't quite figure it out. I remember this. This is how the video ends. Yep. Another go. No dice. Give it one more try. Radar turns off. Yep. And dead. And the weird game, the creepy game over screen as well as a kid, that got to me. I think this is a split screen? Yeah. So this was actually super revolutionary back in 1992. I didn't realize at the time how revolutionary, but now knowing how intense it was to get this working for Sonic 2, I get it. Why wouldn't you show it off all the time? And if I'd had more experience with the Mega Drive back in the day, and I saw this video and I saw this after playing Sonic 1, gosh, this would have sold me the game on its own, honestly. This is bizarre. This is a James Pond. But I'd been playing James Pond 2 on the Amiga, and then I saw this, I'm like, this isn't James Pond, this isn't the James Pond I know. I've never in my life played this game. I might have to change it. I'm so curious about it now. That's all we see. This is it. This is the end, I think. Oh no. There's something where they hit the balls on the snoots. Yes, here we go. After this, it's the last thing we see. I can't believe I remembered that. And then they all run away, yep. I remember this, and this is something I want to talk about. No sound, because it's too early. Yep, there's no sound in this early version as yet, but the quality of the graphics and action is plain to see. So I'm going to pause this quickly. So this is something I'm keen to understand from anyone who's actually been involved in game dev. So my understanding is that when you watch this, this looks like a vertical slice, and it looks relatively decently far along. Like, it's not just got graphics and a pretty final looking HUD, but like there's collision detection, there's combat, there's enemies, there's special effects. Like, it's not bare bones. And my understanding is that normally a developer would have at least some sort of music and sound effects in here now, even if it's just to test things out. Like, they might be using some sound effects from like one of their other games that have been finished, or, you know, placeholder stuff, whatever. But this has nothing. And I wonder whether that was actually like a hardware bug or something. Maybe the ROM they had didn't work in the kit they were using to preview it or something. I don't understand why you wouldn't have any sound in a game that looks this far along. It just seems weird to me. So yeah, if anyone with more dev knowledge can shout me out in the chat and educate me, I'd be really grateful. I always thought this looked really cool. I never saw Batman Returns as a kid. I didn't see it until quite a few years later, but I remember seeing a lot of advertising for it around that time, because obviously it was huge. I mean, it doesn't look like an amazing game at this point. And the flying down, yeah, it looks a bit robotic. But I really like the visual style. I really like the destroyed building in the foreground. I think it looks awesome, and I like how everything's at a tilted angle. It's strange having no sound effects either, let alone music. This is a good preview. I still think this is one of the most aesthetically pleasing games I've ever seen. Almost purely off this video. I remember seeing this as a kid and just thinking, wow, it looks like a movie. And it still looks nice. Honestly, the animation, and just that as an example, Mickey and Donald having totally different hit animations that are really suitable for each of them. Like, it's just so neatly done. Everything is just so carefully crafted in this game, I feel. Gameplay-wise, it's not for everyone. I totally get that. But visually, I just think it's fantastic. I remember they have to do some pendulum thing here, or hold each other. Yeah, I think they have to jump on each other's hands to get up, and then hoist each other up or something. Yep, here we go. Mickey gets up and then throws a rope down, or something like that. Yep, here we go. It's all coming back to me. There's a minecart here. Yep. Oh, I like this music. I'd forgotten about this part. This music is really cool. It's almost like a lullaby. I'd be keen to hear the music in the final version of this game and see whether they softened up, because I like the song, but some of the way they're using the Mega Drive sound hardware is a bit like that. That's very piercing for this song. I reckon if you soften that, this would be beautiful to listen to. And Chemical Plant Zone. Yep. This is what fully sold me on the game. For so many years, I thought I was the only person who liked Chemical Plant Zone. And then I think it was Sonic Generations was the first time it was in a 3D Sonic game. And now it's in like almost every 3D Sonic game since in some way. I think it was in like Forces and Frontiers, you know, there's some representation of Chemical Plant Zone. So it turns out I was never special. Everyone likes this stage. But this music is incredible. Seriously, imagine if you were in England in the early 90s, you've probably been playing on, if you're lucky, an Amiga or a NES or a Master System. If you're slightly less affluent, probably a different type of microcomputer, and you see this. I mean, to me, this still looks great. This looks timeless to me. I love how Tails just kind of slides back into view there. He doesn't fly back in, he kind of slides back in. This is the interesting one. Wait until the end of this stage, and you'll see why we know it's a prototype. Actually, we might not get there in this video, it might be in the next portion of Sonic 2. I think he dies in this one and it cuts to the next game. Let's find out. Let's see how good my memory is. I think in this one he dies to getting squished by a 4-block moving down from the ceiling. I think. I keep saying he dies. I'm assuming it was a he based on the start back then. They die. Yeah. Man, I love this stage. It's just, this really is one of my favorite levels in any Sonic game ever. It's just, here it is, death. Yep, I remember. That's, oh no, we do, okay. So, it starts again. Watch this. See when he's supposed to be fighting the boss, see what happens. This is funny, because this is definitely a glitch in the beta. Like, he's running straight through the wall, like the collision detection is just not quite working properly. Beta, whatever we're going to call it, in the prototype. And he remembers this time. Yep, a bit more careful. And into the Mega Mac in a second. Yeah, here we go, into the Mega Mac. This always was so cool to me as a kid. This like purple see-through chemical and he's holding his breath. Like, this looked amazing to me as a kid. I still love the way it looks. And that was interesting. He must have... No, see? Now the countdown comes in. So that didn't seem to count towards him getting his breath back, but it reset the timer. That's just a weird little glitch thing. There we go. So it's reset now. But yeah, there was no reason for it to reset the music when he jumped out the other time, because it clearly didn't reset the timer to the countdown. So another little weird thing that happens in this video. I think he falls through here. Yeah. Smooth. Might need to show off that watercolor a little bit more. Comes the countdown. I think he just makes it. Yeah. We're a bit more careful this time with how he goes. Jumps over it. Like, why wouldn't you just wait and step on it, honestly? And end is almost here now. He's playing very cautious now. He's been tricked a couple of times. You see, like he's stopping before everything. Interesting. And he should be the boss. Just after this, I think. And instead of that, we get another signpost. Because it's a prototype. Interesting. And I'm pretty sure this is the end of the video, at the end of Hilltop Zone. So things go very wrong in this playthrough of this stage because it glitches out. You'll see what I mean when it happens. And I didn't realize it glitched out when I was a kid. It was only when I played the game later I was like, ooh, that's not what was meant to happen. It's around here somewhere. I think it's on this one. Watch this. Hey, right through half the level. And here it's like we just give up. And that's it. And back to the best ad of all time. Best video game ad of all time. Maybe the best ad of all time. I don't know. I don't know.
Give me the Cyber Razor Cut.
You know, we're going to watch it again because I love it too much. I love the Terminator arm. And the Terminator eye, hell yeah. You know what? I can get behind this sort of transhumanism. Definitely. Definitely.
The faster they get harder.
What are you going to do to keep up?
Ooh, so good.
Thanks.
Oh man, that was great. That in my brain, that video goes for so much longer than it actually did. I think it was about a little over 20 minutes. But to me, that video just encapsulates everything that got me excited about games in 1992. I'd had a taste of them, and then I think this was towards the end of the year I got this magazine, probably, I'm going to guess October-ish, and this just blew it wide open. This was the point of no return for me. As soon as I saw the breadth and quality of these games, and I use that word as remember I was, 5 or 6 at the time, but compared to what I'd seen so far, this video is like a treasure trove of upcoming games and different types of games and visual, like stuff I just never experienced before. So seeing it back now is really interesting because it shows how they marketed games back then and how magazines would have to look at previews and have limited exposure to them, you know, without the internet, without tons of promotional material. They really, this was actually quite a revolutionary way of showing games to people beyond just screenshots on a printed magazine. So really cool to see it again. I would love to see someone like, I don't know, Devolver Digital release a VHS styled preview tape like this of some of their upcoming indies. I just think that would be so cool. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for indulging my nostalgia over the last couple of videos. I'm looking forward to getting back to a few more regular sorts of videos, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll make sure, like I said at the start of the video, if you'd like to see the video without the VHS tape without my interjections, then I'll link it in the description. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.